Good evening, I'm Lisa Hart. You're watching Good Rockin' tonight, and with me is Chris Bailey from the Saints. We're at the Cleveland Metropolitan Agora, and the Saints are currently in the middle of a U.S. tour to promote their album All Fool's Day on TBT label. Welcome to Cleveland.
It's a pleasure to be here, Lisa.
Even in this sweltering heat, I'm sure.
Well, it's something that I'm very used to.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it. I'm like a fish in a very familiar pond.
Are you getting the kind of reception? What about, crowd response?
The crowd response has been a lot friendlier than I anticipated, because I think it's not good to have too strong a preconception of what a tour is going to be like, because then you get very disappointed.
Right.
But generally speaking, Americans seem to be very friendly and very open-minded, because in some of the towns that we've been to, I'm sure nobody knew who the Saints were.
Yeah.
But after we tried hard to entertain, now we sort of won them over.
It usually works.
Very pleasant.
Now, this is your first LP in the U.S. since you put out two around the late 70s.
It wasn't me personally, someone else put them out.
I see. Why the big gap for us in the United States? What happened in between those, first of all? What did we miss?
Well, basically I've been working through the continent and through Oz on and off for about the past 6 or 7 years since my very first contract with a major recording corporation was dropped. Basically climbing my way back up the ladder and having a jolly good time doing it. Of course, in the meantime, we have made several LPs, which will probably come out here at some point in the distant future.
It just wasn't in the plans at the time they came out.
Well, America is probably the most sophisticated record market in the world, and it's very difficult to make inroads if you're a humble colonial.
Now, you have been compared in almost one paragraph to Dylan, The Who, Springsteen, Van Morrison. Now, in my mind, those are things that are pretty
It's not
diverse.
bad going for a country boy,
No,
is
I
it?
wouldn't think so.
Good Lord.
Well, we've already talked a little bit about comparisons and
Yeah, maybe the guy that made that comparison was on acid at the time.
Do you see any of those connections at all that he's made?
Well, I see that they're all white men
see.
who are slightly older than me, who want to be black blues singers. I mean, that's the similarity. I mean, we all do play a hybrid of a fine American musical tradition.
What were your influences when you started writing?
When I started writing, life itself was the influence. But when I started singing in the bedroom, we used to do just blues songs, soul songs,
So it's
occasional country and western song, because it's the sort of guys we are. Very, very broad musical influences.
What were you looking forward to the most, bringing your band to the States for the first time? Is there something that you...
What we do best, I suppose, which is play live. I mean, making records is one thing, but live performance is that little thing that keeps the creative juices flowing.
Well, I tell you, I won't keep you here anymore. Thank you very much for talking to us.
It's been a pleasure.
I wish you all the success in the world with the album, and I hope the rest of the tour goes as well as it's gone so far for
Thanks
you.
a lot.
Have a great time.
Will do.
I'm Lisa Hart. This is Chris Bailey from the Saints. You're watching Good Rockin' tonight. We'll see you later.
Bye now.